What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Megan. I'm back with another video. Uncle Demi did drop the MyPlayer builder breakdown for NBA 2K23, and I am so ready to see what this builder looks like. I cannot wait. This is my first time watching the video. I know he dropped it, I believe, earlier today or whatever, but I'm just now checking it out. I bring the light to the deepest secrets of different bills. Uncle Demi, you need it, I got it listed here. Oh, please don't disappoint, please. Bills, and I ain't done yet. We're from the finish to making bills like a prospect. Flow space and slashes to catching this with a lot threat. You keep the medals cause the album's coming up next. Only scratch the surface. Still they try. Alright, here we go. Let's see what it's like. What we got, man. Let's see. I'm excited.
Yo, what's good, my nephews and nieces? It's your favorite.
Okay, this is what it looks like.
Demi, and today I have another special banger for you, alright? Now here we go. This is what y'all been waiting for, man. We're getting footage. You're getting information on the MyPlayer builder. Now, let me tell you something, man. If it comes to who knows the builder inside and out, come on, man. Really? Like, is that really a question? You know what I'm saying? Is that really a question?
He is the man with the bills now.
This builder works inside and out.
He's that guy.
Really? Like, do we have to go down a list of things that I do? Like, let's get serious here, man. So, like, y'all are about to be in for a really great surprise. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. So what I'm going to talk about today is this, man. As you see in the background, this is me literally first getting on the game. And of course, hey, please subscribe. You already know. If you watch Uncle Demi enough, you know, please subscribe. That's what we're going to do, right? Now, I'm going to talk about a few things. I'm not going to get long-winded because I don't want this to be a 45-minute video. I'm just going to point out some key things that you definitely need to look out for. Okay. And then we'll kind of go from.
So this is what it looks like. And, you know, they didn't change it. It look a little cleaner. Oh my God. This is 66208. Ooh.
From there, okay? So first we're going to talk about.
I noticed the changes already.
Weight, height, and that type of deal. Then we're going to talk about what it is to get to equivalent to your badges, and then we're going to talk about what's very important is the core badges. Okay, so let's go ahead and hop into and talk about the body settings. As you see here, man, I'm 6'5", I go up to 6'6", and as you see, it affects the same exact stuff, man. Height affects your shooting, your playmaking, your perimeter defense still, and of course your speed and acceleration, right?
Okay.
What's actually pretty amazing here is that now at 6'10", with a max wingspan, you can still get pro dribble animations. Like, that's insane to think about. You're 6'10", max wingspan, and you're still able to get pro dribble animations. That is now the cutoff. 6'10", max wingspan, pro dribble animations.
It's gonna be
now let's look at the actual builder.
Gonna be some Demi guys out
again,
here. I don't know. Let's see.
It's the same as 22, but there are some different kinks to it. As you see here, I'm gonna upgrade my driving dunk, just trying to see what moves. And as you see, upgrading driving dunk.
Look at these tiers, these bash tiers.
Moves your close shot, your driving layup, your ball handle, your defensive rebound, your vert, and some of your strength, all right? Like,
bro, what? Just from upgrading that, all of that stuff is connected?
Different kinks to it. As you see here, I'm going to upgrade my driving dunk, just trying to see what moves. And as you see, upgrading driving dunk moves your close shot, your driving layup, your ball handle, your defensive rebound, your vert.
We wanted balance. We did ask for balance.
Vert and some of your strength. All right?
We asked for balance, but God, all of this stuff is connected.
Think about now that these sliders beforehand used to move 1 or 2. Now a ton of different attributes move. So what that means is
I'm going to be staring at the MyPlayer builder for about the first 2 days. Okay, I can already tell. What?
It makes it a lot difficult to get really big demigod builds because a lot of attributes are moving at one time, which of course is going to move your overall up a lot. Okay,
exactly.
Let me just go ahead and stress this again. You're 25 overall. You max out your driving dunk, and you become a 59. That is a 34-point swing. That is unheard of in NBA 2K22. That is why 2K23 is very difficult when it comes to the builder, and I said
a lot of people gonna mess up their first builds.
You definitely want to look to specialize. Mike Wayne spoke on that, right? I'm speaking on that. You definitely want to try to specialize in a position, because if you try to max out so many categories, it's not going to happen. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Now, as you see in here, as we fast forward to the tail end of this build, you can see already finishing is the only thing that's basically touched. Everything else is really struggling, right? There's no shooting, really below average defense, and basic playmaking. Okay.
Y'all see me shaking my head, bro.
So again, moving to driving, look at the close shot. When I move my close shot, my mid-range and my free throw moves up. Again, in 22, if you move your close shot, the only thing that moved was your mid-range shot. So again, it's just showing the fact that now a lot of each attribute is attached to not one, not two,
my God,
but 3, 4, or 5, or you saw in the beginning, 8 different attributes move. That's how this becomes a very hard puzzle.
This is scary.
But again, I love it
because
this is
now
scary. It makes this where there's not going to be as many demigod builds. And I know a lot of y'all going to complain, but then a lot of y'all understand that, listen, we all quote unquote want demigod builds, but we really don't. Okay?
Right. That's true.
Saying that in my videos,
can't argue with
we really don't. Because all the games that people claim are the greatest games ever, right? They were all role player based games. 2K20 was a pie chart game. So just keep that in mind while we're making this builder, right? So now, as you see here, this is the finished product, or I guess you could say kind of to the finished product of what I was doing here. I had to get bully badge. I wanted to get that on gold, so I had to get my strength to at least an 87. I had to get my vert to at least an 85 because I have a 93 driving dunk.
His build
so like,
6'9",
you can see how you have to kind of tinker around a lot. 25, 18, 17, and 7 is what I have. And we're gonna
okay. So he can, this build can still dunk, knock down the 3 ball. I got an 83-3. Still got, you know, decent handles. It's just really lacking in defense. Really just lacking it. You only hit 5. Oh my God.
Show you. Well, I'm gonna show you when we get to the next step. While 18 and 17 might have been good for 22, because of the core badges and because of the tiers that you have, this build is actually not going to be as good as you think it might be. Okay, so let's just head over right now and let's talk about that.
What you mean by that?
The actual badges, right? The badge points, how critical this is and how demoralizing it's going to be. But at the same time, how satisfactory it's going to be, because builds are really going to require to take some skill this year.
Okay.
All right, so now let's look at this, okay? I have my finishing setup, but in order to get my tier 3 badges, tier 1 and tier 2 must add up.
Did y'all hear that? Look at the tier 3 badges. Look at the tier 3 badges. These are all the best badges that you want, and you can't get them. You could equip. It says equip at least 10 points between tier 1 and tier 2 for you to even be able to get these.
So
What?
at least 10.
So you ain't finna be off the gate having bully. You gotta really grind your badges, grind your build out to get these badges this year. That's crazy. Y'all remember in 2K17 when you had to do a certain amount of stuff in MyCareer to get your Hall of Fame badges, and for the thing to pop up actually in MyCareer in the middle of your game when it'll pop up, or your grand badge stuff like when you was unlocking stuff like that, bro. This is crazy.
Points as you see at the bottom, okay? They gotta add up to at least 10 badge points before you can touch tier 3.
They have
on top of that,
that's
badges,
crazy.
Each tier level actually costs different points. Yes, you heard that correctly. So tier 1 badges will range from bronze being 1 to Hall of Fame being 4, while tier 2 badges will range from bronze being 3 points and Hall of Fame badges going all the way up to 6 points.
Bro, this sounds so complicated.
Tier 3 badges starting off at bronze at 5 points and Hall of Fame badges at a whopping 8 points.
Hall of
well,
Fame
some
badges.
of y'all gonna ask
Some of them
yourselves,
Hall of Fame badges calling like
well,
8
man, well,
points.
what does that all mean? Well,
right.
Let's go ahead and flash forward to this builder here of a lockdown with 32 badge points. As you can see, it's basically maxed out. 32 is the most badges you can get. Now let's just do the math. Look at tier 3. In order to get the most important badges as a lockdown, you have to get them Hall of Fame, correct? Well, now we all know that at tier 3, each Hall of Fame badge is worth 8 points. How much is that going to be if you wanted to get all Hall of Fame badges? 8 times 4 is 32. Well, guess what? We all know that 10 of those points have to at least be coming from tier 1 and tier 2. So you take away 10 of those points. Now you're left with 22 badges, and that's it.
It just sounds like a whole lot of math, and you gotta, bruh, I'm lost.
But you are able theoretically to get at least 3 of them by making one of these badges your core badge. So let's use this same build that we had with 32 badges.
Well, how do core badges work?
We're going to go.
Your core badges. Core badges cost 0 badge points, okay? A badge must be equipped to earn progress towards its core badge challenge. Once a challenge is met, the related badge level is eligible to be made a core badge. Off-ball pest core challenge. This badge is developed to be equipped as a core badge. So they cost 0 badge points. So is it just like each tier that you want the badge, you have a different quest for it? Because right there, they're just showing bronze all ball pets. What if you wanted to get a silver, gold, Hall of Fame?
Go ahead and get
I'm over here stressed out already.
Which is going to be 1 point. So that means we have 9 more from tier 1 and tier 2 we have to use. So we're going to go ahead, use chase down. That's going to be another point. So now we have 8 more points we have to use. And then I go ahead and I get anchor. So that's a total of 3 badges points equipped. Then I go to rebound chaser. That's 4 total badges equipped. Now I'm looking at tier 2.
Cannot be the only person lost. What is he saying right now?
4 points. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 8. So I have 2 more points I got to use. I go to ankle breaker and I actually use 5 points. So now when you look at the top left, I only have 19 badge points available. Now we can all agree, even though I only had to use 10, I actually end up using more because I want to get gold ankle braces, because obviously ankle braces was very important in 22. I'm thinking they're going to be important in 23. So you look down at the bottom right, you will see Challenger Core, the Challenger Core Challenge, right? Now, obviously it says it's completed because this is the MyPlayer builder. But if this was actually the actual game, I'm pretty sure there's going to tell you what challenge you would need to complete in order to get each one of these. So that will be something you want to take in consideration. So me personally,
like, do you get to pick your core badges? Can you change your core badges? Like, switch them up after you unlock them? Do you get to pick them, or is this all just given to you automatically based off the kind of build that you make?
I will obviously pick the core badge of the challenge that seems the easiest to get, right? Now,
so I guess whichever challenge you do, that's the core badge. So each badge, if you want it as a core badge, it has its own separate challenge. Like, any of these badges could be a core badge. You just have to do that challenge, and that's how you go about it. Is that what he's saying?
To keep in mind, the core badge, it will not go against the points that you have. So basically, if I was to pick Challenger as my core badge, I will still have 19 badge points, okay? So let's take a look at this part, what I'm talking about.
Ooh,
so again,
I'm stressed.
as you see, I have 19 badge points. I am going to go ahead and make this Challenger badge my core badge. I hit triangle.
I wonder how crazy these challenges are going to be.
Right side. If you look to the top left, I still have 19
probably like
points.
accolades or something. Get a certain amount of blocks
the challenge,
to get Rim Protect as a core badge. Get a, you know what I'm saying, certain amount of skills.
I do not lose
certain amount of
any
boards,
of those badge
certain
points.
amount of,
you only can get one core badge per category.
That's what I'm thinking.
So now I get my clamps. Now I drop down to 11
based off your play style, based how you actually playing.
Then I go over here,
something like that.
I'm
you know,
of course, going to get glove. I'm gonna use that 8. So now I'm left with just 3. Okay. So even though I used 3 badges, which technically should be 24 points, I only use 16 points because the other 8 is being held as a challenge badge, as a core badge, I'm sorry. So now I do not have to worry about utilizing another 8 points. So now I'm left with just 3 points. Hopefully I broke that down good enough for you. I know it can sound complex, but once you get your hands on it, it won't take long for you to figure out what the core badge system is.
Like
now,
hearing all
there's
of that,
still some questions here. Are we going to be able to have college where we'll be able to get an additional 4 points? I believe that there is a way to get all 4 of your tier 3 badges at Hall of Fame. Either it's going to be a college, 4 badges by picking a certain college. Keep hope alive. Maybe Chris Brinkley, if he is in a game, maybe that's an option. Or maybe you'll have to wait each season to hit level 39. So maybe you have to wait till like season 3 or 4 to be able to get the badge points to be able to pull that off. But as you see, I had 3 badge points. I'm playing around at the top because I do have 3 badge points left. I cannot get any of the tier 3 badges because obviously just a bronze tier 3 badge is worth 5 points. So I can't do that. So now you got to mess around a little bit at the top and figure out what badges you want to go ahead and equip, okay? So that is it right now for the core badges. Also have the builder goals, but there's also some cool features at the end that I want to talk about. So let's just head over there to real quick. Now, after you're finished equipping your badges, you are able to choose your jump shots. As you can see, there's some really, really good ones in there. There are different ones in there. As you remember, Mike Wayne said that
this is all in the MyPlayer builder when you first get the game, first try to create a MyPlayer, you know, test your build out, stuff like that. Test out your badges, test out a jump shot. And the cool thing is, based upon your position, you're going to be able to get all these 99 overall or whatever overall you choose. If you pick the power forward center, you'll be able to get that. Now you'll see here, you get 3v3 and 5v5 options. So now you're able to choose to test this build out in the 3v3 or the 5v5, and I think that's pretty cool. I chose to test this out in the 3v3 format, so this is what it looks like when you test it out in 3v3 format. Look at some of the names: a 3-and-D 2 guard, a versatile offensive force, all right, which is a CJ McCollum build, which I think is pretty dope. LaMelo Ball is called an all-around threat. You know, you got Bane as a sharpshooter. I believe there's going to be a lot of all-around threats.
Defensive anchor. And then you have Karl Anthony Towns as an inside-out scorer. So that's pretty amazing. And as you're going to see, it is a basic 3v3 type setup where you can play with your build and try to see if it's effective on a 3v3. Someone like myself, I'm a 3v3 player, so obviously I think this was pretty dope. But again, if you're a pro player or a rec player, then obviously you get to test it out in the 5v5. I think that is an amazing change to the game because it really helps out individuals to figure out whether or not their build is going to be good in the type of setting that they want to play in. So there's that breakdown, my nephews and nieces, man. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, just make sure you drop a like, you subscribe to the channel. But the cool thing is I got tons and tons of more videos coming today, so just stay tuned. And as usual, I'll be back with another banger, you know.
All right, that was a lot of information. I can't lie, that MyPlayer builder looks and sounds complex as heck. Like, figuring out what badges you really want. Like, you really got to pick and choose how you want to set your badges up. And, like, you got to really figure out what you want before you actually, you know what I'm saying, get in there and make a build and put VC on them and stuff like that. Like, you got to have it all mapped out. That's the best way to go about it. You got to have all this stuff mapped out, tested out, good to go before you put VC on your build, because you don't want to waste money, and you don't want to mess up your builds. You don't, especially not your first build. Nobody wants to do that when you actually are putting VC and money on this game. You don't want to mess up your build. So my best advice, y'all, take your time and really try to learn the MyPlayer builder. Don't rush nothing, because everything is not going to be as it seems when you first, you know what I'm saying, make the build. You never know. You never know how these badges how it's gonna work out with the core badges and how your tiers and everything gonna stack up. Just take your time with making y'all builds. But that's pretty much it for this video. Make sure y'all leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you're new.